105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app.
O'Connor and Company.
It's 6:37. Thanks for tuning in to this Thursday morning, March 28th. It's O'Connor and Company, or as I like to call it, Mercedes Schlepp, I like to call it America's Morning Show.
Ooh, I like that.
It's not just for D.C. anymore, this program. As we are heard, I'm not sure if you got the note, worldwide.
Are
on
you really?
Various streaming apps, yes, and devices. They're hearing you. They hear you worldwide right now.
What would they call you in Spanish? Lorenzo. Oh, you'd be Lorenzo.
Lorenzo
y
el
Mercedes.
Chorizo. That's Larry the Sausage, by the way, in case you were wondering. Which is not the Disney character I played when I was in high school. We're getting guesses so far. They're guessing Jafar, the evil person from Aladdin. No. Not Tigger. Not Pluto. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. I'll let you know by the end of the show. Joining us right now.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, are you? Joining us now.
Yes, I want to know.
Tom Royals is not a Disney character. He's running for Congress in the 6th District of Maryland, a race that ever since Dan Bongino came razor close to winning back in 2014. I feel like this House seat is in grasp, Tom Royals, and even more so this year as it is an open seat. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
The website, by the way, is TomRoyalsForCongress.com. And Tom, tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you to this place where you're running for Congress.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for having me on. TomRoyalsForCongress.com. Check out the video; it's pretty awesome. I think folks will enjoy it.
I love me some Jets, man. This is pretty impressive.
Exactly. Yeah. So, a quick background on me. So, born and raised Maryland. I grew up in a big family. My story begins with 9/11. My parents taught me to dedicate my life in service to God, country, and family. After the terrorist attacks on 9/11, I knew that was going to take on a character of military service. So I went to the Naval Academy in Annapolis, graduated, went to flight school. I trained as a naval flight officer flying the F-18 Super Hornet. There's the jet reference. Same jet that flew in the Top Gun Maverick movie a couple summers ago. Deployed overseas 2011, flying combat missions Afghanistan and Iraq. Transitioned out of the Navy at the end of 2015. Married with kids. Been married for going on 17 years. We have 9 children. We just had a baby girl about 4 months ago. And we're running for Congress to fight for our country again.
And I'm looking at your family. It's huge. You say you're downplaying this. You just had a baby girl, and she's what, number 8?
Number 9.
Oh.
Yeah, we love it. We're both my wife and I, Kathleen and I, we're both from big families. We love it. I'm the 4th of 8. She's the 3rd of 7.
So listen, it's a great history. It's a great biography. Why Congress? I mean, I always feel bad when people have such great stellar lives and they did such a great thing for our nation. It's like, don't get involved with those people. They're awful.
Well, no, America's worth fighting for, truly. Like, I deeply believe it. Deeply believe in the founding principles of the country: life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. Believe in the American dream: liberty, justice, equality before the law. I definitely, truly believe that we get to build the country that we ought to have. It's always within our grasp, right? It's always within. We can do something about it, and I think folks need to hear that. I think people need to hear that. That's why I'm running. I've fought for the country before in the Navy. I'm prepared to fight for the country again. That's why.
Well, there's a bunch of goofies in Congress, but as we're continuing our Disney theme. So let me ask you, because you've got this Republican primary happening May 14th. There's several candidates running for this seat. What makes you different from them? What's your kind of closing argument for these Republican voters?
Total commitment to the country. I've career of serving the country, dedication to a belief in the American dream. We're living out our American dream. We mentioned, my family. We truly believe that the country's right. These are sort of principles that I deeply rooted me and my wife, and I think we can go get it. One of the things we learned at the Naval Academy was to assume the highest responsibilities of command, citizenship, and government. So lifelong mission to serving the country. So here's an opportunity to go take responsibility serving in government and And I think that's I'm committed to it.
I bet you can still recite "Man in the Arena" from your plebe summer, can't you?
I sure can. I love that speech, and what I didn't realize is that it's part of a much larger speech, and I encourage everybody to go check it out. The Teddy Roosevelt "Man in the Arena" speech.
Yeah, every plebe at the Naval Academy has to learn it by heart through their plebe summer. I know it well.
That's right.
You're in Emmitsburg. That's Frederick County. It's a very different part of the district than that little wedge of Montgomery County that they carved out to try to turn this into a Democrat stronghold. So, if you were to get the nomination, whoever the Democrat nominee is, they're going to blanket that part of Montgomery County and call you a MAGA fascist Trumper. Right? It doesn't. I don't even know where you stand on Trump or MAGA or whatever, but that's what they're going to do to you. What's your response when you basically say, well, you tell me, what's your response to them calling you a, crazy MAGA fascist?
Yeah, well, a couple of things. First of all, so I live in Montgomery County, actually. I met my wife in Emmitsburg.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah, no problem.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I live in Montgomery County, met my wife in Emmitsburg, Maryland. It's an interesting Republican Party in Maryland, and I think we point people at the promised land. There's a real opportunity here, like no kidding, that at the end of this election cycle, we could have a Republican in the White House, Donald Trump. We could have a Republican in the Senate, Larry Hogan, and we can have a Republican representing the Maryland 6th Congressional District.
Wow.
Trump, Hogan, Boyles. Like, it's a big party. It's a big tent. Like, we can resolve whatever differences may exist within the party. We can resolve them. And if we can't, we're going to leave it to the Democrats. We can do this. I'm making the case I'm the candidate that can go, put it all together. So
yeah,
I really think it's possible.
You also say on the website that you want children to be educated, not indoctrinated in the classroom, and you want to fight for the rights of parents. How will that manifest when you're in Congress? How will you employ your role in the federal government to make sure that children in the schools are protected?
Yeah. So first of all, like as a parent of 9 kids, education is one of the most important things we provide our children. But I want to say, look, support for teachers. Teachers are on the front lines, helping us raise our children. We partner with our teachers to educate our children. And I think parents have fundamental rights regarding the education of their kids. That includes knowing what's in the curriculum, knowing what's being taught in the classroom, and of course the ability to opt out of anything they find objectionable. But we got to support our teachers. Love our teachers. They need all the resources and support they get. And I think sometimes that gets missed in a lot of that. But we love our teachers. But we got to also uphold the rights of parents. I think that's fundamental.
Listen, I always stay neutral during the primary process. I'm going to back the Republican candidate, but I definitely have a soft spot for the Naval Academy. And have you heard from Mike Garcia yet? He's an aviator and Naval Academy grad too. He's in Congress from California.
Sure is. Yeah, he sure is. I haven't had the privilege of meeting him just yet, but he's a good model. He's another F-18 guy.
Well, and he won a district in Southern California from a Democrat. It's a very similar district in that it had been traditionally Republican. They redistricted it. It became a Democrat race district, and then he won it back. So,
right. There's a model. We can do this. Like this district, Maryland 6, is a real one. Folks out there should know that. We can go win this one. This one's real.
Tom Royals. The website is tomroyalsforcongress.com. It definitely is an impressive resume, and he is all over the issues you care about. So take a look at that website. Thanks, Tom. Great to meet you.
Thanks for having me on.